Indicator's July lineup is a really interesting one. 3 films, all very different, but leaning much more towards prestige cinema than crowd pleasers. So the question is this a strong month, or is it one for the hardcore collectors? Let's take a look together. So first up, we have Full House. I'm not really too sure much about this, but I like the fact that it has obviously 3 sort of detectives at the main there. So 3 of France's most beloved fictional detectives are on the case in Full House, a portmanteau policier from director Henry Verneuil. So it's short stories. First, we have Monsieur Wren, created by Stanislav Andrei Steeman, is puzzled by a case in which a chief suspect seems to have the perfect alibi. He was with Wens at the time of the murder. Secondly, we have Peter Cheney's Lemmy Caution, who becomes entangled with a femme fatale as he tackles a jewel robbery. And the final segment focuses on George Simenon's Inspector Migrate, as Michael Simon solves a murder from his sickbed with the aid of an altar boy. So, it feels like one of those releases that's curious more than I need to have this one, or I'm driven to see it. It is an anthology film at its heart, but it's an anthology film of murder mysteries, and that really does spark my curiosity because that's something that I love. So we have 4K restorations from the original nitrate negative, original mono audio, Michael Simeon, All Roos award-winning short film, image gallery, new and improved English subtitles, limited edition exclusive booklet, UK premiere on Blu-ray. And more to be announced because it does seem kind of light. Anthology films can be a bit of a mixed bag, but they're also a snapshot from that filmmaking era. I am curious. I'm not off-put completely, but it's something about this that draws me in. The fact that it's detectives solving mysteries, which is in my wheelhouse, is leaning me more towards curious than repelled almost. I think it seems like it's very much for cinema, classic cinema fans, or people who like to dip into something a bit different. Very different for Indicator, and I like that. I like that I'm being surprised for once. Next we have, which is probably the most traditional prestige release of the 3. This is written and directed by Alain Renaud, stars Alain Delon, and tells the story of a financial scandal in 1930s France. So, in this characteristically fragmented drama, celebrated auteur Alain Renaud explores the months leading up to and examines the consequences of the death of historical figure and political enigma Serge Alexandre Stavisky. Stavisky follows its subject as he tries to hold on to the illusion of control when his financial crimes come under intense scrutiny by the French police. Friends and foe alike circle him like vultures, all leading to an inevitably violent political flashpoint. When we look at the extras, we've got a 4K restoration from the original negative, the original mono audio, the Guardian interview with Alain Renaud from 1982, the Guardian interview with Stephen Sondheim from 1988, theatrical trailer, image gallery, new and improved English translated subtitles. We have a booklet, it's a UK premiere on Blu-ray, and there is more extras to be announced as well. You've got a major star, you've got a major actor with Delon. It's a story rooted in real history. This could be a really fascinating insight into this story that I don't know much about. Like I said, it's got that pedigree behind and in front of the camera. It piques my interest because of the talent. I don't know if the story is one that screams out to me because I don't know enough about it. Renee, as a filmmaker, is someone that I really like. And this feels like a more of a slow burn film rather than I have to must watch it. I must sit down and watch it straight away. If you're into European cinema, political drama, or are a fan of either the director or the star, this could possibly be the standout of the month, depending on where your leanings are. And then there is this, La Travestie, probably the most challenging lineup of the three is a 1988 French drama about a lawyer that reinvents herself as a man tackling identity and gender roles. A stark departure from his other works, Yves Boisset is a tactically abrasive look at patriarchy and identity. Lawyer Nicole is driven by frustration and male hypocrisy in both her personal and professional lives. To leave her law firm and her hometown and to reinvent herself as a man. Arriving in Paris, Nicole makes friends, and soon those friends turn to lovers, and lovers turn to enemies. She suffocates in the identity she creates and lets rejection make a villain out of her, until insecurities turn to tragedy and she has nowhere to run. Centering on female psychosexuality without demonization, the film presents challenging gender dynamics and trans imagery at a time when neither was common within the mainstream cinema. It also utilises genre tropes to complex ends, never losing sight that it's first and foremost a character study, with much to say about the plight of women in contemporary France in the late 80s. Again, we've got a 4K restoration, original mono audio. Girls and Boys came out to play, a video essay by Alexandra Heller-Nicholas, image gallery, script gallery, new and improved translated subtitles. We have a limited booklet, UK premiere and Blu-ray, limited edition, 4,000 copies, and there is more to be announced. This feels like a sort of important film. It feels like one that was very bold, very direct at the time, especially in that kind of context of France and the way the world looked at people at that time. It is one of those ones that I still don't know too much about it. You get a flavour from the plot. It's definitely for people who like to push their boundaries. Probably not an easy watch, but probably a rewarding one. But it's not something that makes me go, I need to see this. So, looking at these three releases that have come out, where should the money go? What do you think of Indicator's July lineup? What jumps out at you? For me, probably the most essential is Stavisky. For me, it's the director, it's the star. It sounds like a film that has that kind of prestige feeling about it. The most interesting for me, La Travestie, is probably going to be the most challenging. And it's not one that I'm sure I'm going to enjoy or go back to. Or find something redeeming there that makes me want to re-watch it again and again. And then finally we have Full House, which is probably the wild card of the bunch. It's probably the one movie that fits my sensibilities the most, but I am very wary of anthology films. Sometimes they're done well, can be excellent. Other times, not so much. Overall, it's a strong month, I would say, from Indicator compared to the previous months that they've had. They feel as if they've kind of chose a different direction again. I don't know if there's anything that jumps out to me that says I need to get it immediately. But I like this idea of them finding a kind of different avenue. That's enough about me. I want to know about you. Is this a strong month for Indicator? Is this a different direction that you're interested in going with them? I'd love to know your thoughts. Or do you feel it's all just a little bit too niche, a little bit too different? Another misstep after the Jean Rollin identity. Which one are you picking up, if any? I want to know where people gravitate to. I am interested in that because I'm generally nosy and I like to see where people's tastes lie. Also, if you know anything about these films, let me know in the comment box below. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. And I'll see you next time on Man v Film.